We begin the episode with Tae-woo confronting Seo-yeon about the money she took. She asks him which station he's from and asks him to show her his badge. Realizing she may be on to him, he explains that there are dangerous people looking for that money, but also that he just wants to know what exactly happened that night. She denies knowing anything about it though, prompting him to tell her that he knows the location of the money. Meanwhile, Jae-hoon considers hiring someone to take care of Mi-ra. Just as we see her laying in her hospital bed and slowly waking up as Seo-yeon heads to the station to give her statement on Mi-ra. Afterwards, she heads home and starts packing her suitcase while holding an application for divorce. She heads next to the hospital and after realizing that Mi-ra has a son, decides to go to the police to end everything. Unfortunately, after she leaves, a fake nurse enters the room and injects a poison into Mi-ra's forehead, killing her in the process. A satisfied Jae-woon gets off the phone and heads to dinner with Hee-ju and his father-in-law. The latter tells him he wants his daughter to get a divorce because of all his affairs. Fed up with the way her family has been treating him, Jae-hoon, however, tells her that he will fight back. As he leaves in his car, he comes face to face with Seo-yeon, who tells him Mi-ra has died. She then realizes he's responsible and confronts him. He replies that this money can change his and her life as this is what she wanted to do the first time they found it. Meanwhile, In-pyo finds out that his contract has been cancelled, which enrages him and prompts him to head back home and confront his wife. Back at Mr. Oh's bar, Tae-woo carries on with his investigation while watching bartender Hana. It's here he receives a call from Seo-yeon, who suggests giving him something she found next to the body at the scene, in exchange for the location of the money. Suddenly, she's grabbed by her husband who tries to strangle her, telling her she lied to him. Seeing the divorce papers, he tells her she will never be able to manage on her own. She tells him she's leaving as the marriage has been over since their child died. As In-pyo gets ready to hit her, Seo-yeon grabs his model boats and smashes them to pieces. This enrages him even more, causing him to run after her as she tries to leave the house. Having heard the commotion on the phone, Tae-woo rushes out and drives to Seo-yeon's house. After frantically knocking on the door, In-pyo opens up and after fighting his way in, Tae-woo can't find Seo-yeon anywhere. We then cut to see her laying on the floor in her husband's warehouse freezer. Tae-woo arrives just in time to save her and as she wakes up, she admits to having stolen the money. Together, they drive to the warehouse to retrieve it and drive off with it in the boot. In a coffee shop, they discuss that fateful night and Seo-yeon gives him the set of keys she claims to have found by one of the bodies. Tae-woo gets frustrated though, not understanding why she just left the bodies alone all night. She then tells him that she had no reason left to live. After buying his car for him, Seo-yeon leaves with the money and heads to Hae-yoon's house, where she collapses on the floor, exhausted. The episode then ends with In-pyo finding a speeding fine for Seo-yeon while she was driving in the Gangwon province and dated the 21st of October. Woman of 9.9 billion is really starting to settle into becoming a very dark, intense thriller. It has so far managed to give us some good twists, and the way this one has slowly built up the suspense around our main characters has been skillfully done. Cho Yeo-young's acting has been impressive so far too. As we see her suffering under her husband's hold, but also struggling to do the right thing with the money she found. Jae-hoon is also settling into the role of being the series' prime antagonist, ready to do anything to keep the money and especially in this episode when he kills Mi-ra. What will he do next? Will he go after Seo-yeon and Tae-woo? This seems quite likely, seeing how desperate he is, while In-pyo is also one to watch as he seems set to slowly figure out what his wife has been up to now that he has found the speeding ticket. All these different plot points look set to converge in the near future, but before it does, Woman of 9.9 billion has been a real thrill ride, one that's definitely starting to become a must-watch each week.